So get this. The dude was 7'6", but somehow his presence was even bigger than that. Like, how does that even happen? Yao Ming wasn't just tall. He was a walking skyscraper with a jump shot, a brain, and a mean streak, all wrapped in that calm, polite, I'm about to block your shot smile. In this video, NBA legends like Kobe, Shaq, T-Mac, Cuttino Mobley, Metta World Peace, and a bunch more tell stories about what it was really like to face or team up with the Great Wall of Houston. We're talking full-on battles in the paint, quiet domination, and moments where even Shaq had to admit, yeah, that guy was different.
When did Yao Ming come down there?
03.
03?
Yeah, Yao came in 03.
How was that when he came, like the media circus, and like, was it crazy?
It was.
What was he like?
It was beyond. Yao, it's like an alien. Right? It was so many, every city we went to, it was packed. It was, I've never seen it before. I've never seen it before. It was like UFO, like New York.
But you and Steve Francis always put on a show.
No, it was, no.
Always
so
put on the show.
We had an audience.
Prior to Yao.
We had an audience. Steve and I had an audience everywhere we went.
Right.
But when Yao Ming came,
Crazy.
international, to a level of, we would be on the bus and then like the Asian people, they would be shaking the bus for us to get off the bus.
Wow.
Me, Yao, and Steve. It was the craziest thing. And I'm sitting there, we did a documentary called Year of the Yao. He had a translator, his name was Colin, white boy with glasses, a little nerdy looking.
Sure Colin was fucking up them
Shout out to
translations.
Colin.
Colin was my guy. But Yao understood English too.
Oh.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
But because there's so many people coming at him, it's better to have them think I don't know it. So they don't ask me as many questions.
Shaq said that in an interview.
Yeah.
The funny thing, the first couple of times I'm China, language barrier, I never knew he spoke English. So one day I hit him with a nice bing bing on the baseline. Ha ha! Shot the boom. He's like, nice move, brother. And I was like, you talk English? He's like, yeah, I'm talking. I was like, why you didn't talk? He said, Shaq, you never talked to me. I was like, man. So after that moment, like, we, really became close.
Yao was super understanding, right? And when things were chaotic, Yao was calming you down. You know, that Chinese kung fu, like not to be, but it's like, I'm serious. He was like on his, like, yo, it's okay. Like,
Just mellow.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
real
It was like, it was okay. Like, we had to cuss him out because he would dunk the ball. He would like lay it in. And then, this guard's blocking shots. I'm like, yo, what the
Yeah.
right? And when I'm younger, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then you found out like that's a disrespect to his opponent.
I just, back then, dunk for me is like embarrassing people, disrespect, something. Obviously, it's not hard. It's just not. It's a
hard
culture.
for me.
It's just a culture-wise, it's not fitting to me back then.
Yeah.
So then he had to adapt to the American way. So then he started becoming more aggressive.
What about his matchups with Shaq when Shaq was dunking on him?
Yeah, he changed quick. He changed quick. Yeah. His dad was like, okay, I don't know what he said to him in Mandarin, but he was like, listen, this is national TV. There's 2 billion people looking at you.
He changed quick.
He changed
I think
quick.
Shaq dunking on you a few times
Yeah.
and kind of knocking you around. What made you change
Yeah,
your
switch up
attitude?
the wires a little bit. Switch the wires up.
First stepping in the circle with Yao Ming the first time you two played each other.
Knew nothing about him. Knew he was 7'5", 7'8". So, we got to Houston. Yao Ming. Yeah, I'm like, okay, they trying to do like Rocky IV, Apollo Creed, all this and that. They want to give him the fanfare. So I said, okay. So, I wanted to give him a little finesse. I wanted to show him I was smooth. So I get on the post, and I go right there. He blocks it. Crowd go crazy. Well, you got that one. You 7'8", you're supposed to block it. All right. Get another move. He blocks it. Third time he blocks it. Now I'm mad. Now I got to go in the playoff mode. Now I got to turn the power, turn it all the way up. Those injuries that he had, I would have loved to have more battles with him. He's probably the only guy that really tested me. And he tested me because he was 7'8", and he was hard to move. He couldn't stop me, but guess what? I couldn't stop him either. I put him in the category of a Keem. Like, hey, Keem, you can't stop me, but I know I can't stop that fadeaway.
For me, Yao was an advantage. I mean, you playing with Yao was a giant. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally.
You be with guys 6'10", 6'7" foot. You take it for granted. And then when Yao walk in the room 7'6", you're like, that's tall.
Right.
People come to me like, man, you're tall. I'm like, bro, I'm only 6'6". And when you see somebody 7'6", is a whole nother level.
Right.
It was definitely hard. Because you're talking about a guy, as Bonzi said, 7'5", 7'6", weighing at least 330 pounds. And here I am. I'm 6'11", and I'm thinking that I'm heavy, weighing about 265, 270. So, and here it is, he's
got you about 60
Oh
pounds.
man,
but heavy too.
The thing about it with him, as that defender playing against him, one thing I always tried to do was get him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
Just start fighting him before he gets to the block. All right, I'm gonna start, we're gonna start wrestling and all this shit. Yeah, at the top of the key with a free throw line, because I know I'm at the disadvantage the closer you are to the basket, no matter if I got the double coming or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His first few games, just watching him, and then I was like, all right, let me watch him against Shaq. Let me see, what does he do against Shaq and, other centers at that time. It's like, all right, he got some good moves. He coming with the left shoulder, right shoulder jump hooks. He come with the left shoulder turn around, put it on the floor, 2 or 3 dribbles. He can, and even though he didn't have to, but at 7'5", he trying to give you an up and under. I'm like, all right, he got a good skill set with him. So that's what made me say, like, all right, look at him more in depth.
Yeah.
What he doesn't like the run, and he's used to physical play, but after he's set up on a block.
In terms of opening up doors, or for Chinese basketball players to come into the NBA, and for their youth here in China to believe that it's possible to achieve the dream of being an NBA player. I mean, all that started from Yao. That started in the NBA, of the influx of European players coming to the NBA was, started by, Vlade Divac, Dino Raja, and those guys. But, even that movement didn't have the impact or the magnitude of the impact that Yao Ming has had. And, on top of that, he's just a heck of a basketball player to boot.
You get a chance to team up with Big Yao and Jeff Van Gundy. You win 51 games your first season. Tell me what that experience was like.
Yeah, that was, the minute I got traded there, I had a conversation with Jeff Van Gundy. So mind you, I'm just coming off of NBA scoring title 2 years in a row. So I get to Houston, and the first thing he tell me, he was like, "You're not gonna lead the league in scoring." Damn.
First thing.
I'm like,
not welcome to Houston.
Hey,
not
man.
welcome to the team.
He's like, I'm just gonna tell you, you're not gonna lead the league in scoring. I'm like, damn, what's gonna happen? So, it was basically just like, we got a 7'5", 7'6" dude that, we got to get the ball to. We're going to play inside out. I never played with a big dude. So it was an adjustment for me to play with a big guy. The pace was slower. I had to change my whole game on how I went about it. It was a struggle in the beginning. I'm not even going to lie. It was a struggle when I got a fast break, I got to slow that thing down, let the big fella catch up, get to the post. All right, here, boom, cut. You know what I'm saying? And it was challenging. But then he knew we had to start to put the pieces around myself and Yao. And then once we did that, we started winning some ball games. But, it was challenging playing with the big fella at times. But once we figured it out, man, we was great together.
Y'all was a deadly combo. We played y'all in Golden State. And remember, Al had to go at y'all.
Too big. Too big.
Listen, bro.
We had Al go at y'all.
We used to try to kill Al, whoever was, because y'all played that small ball. Man, whoever was guarding y'all, they was gonna have a long night because we were gonna feed. I didn't care about scoring that. Hey, big fella, you going to work tonight? Because there was nothing y'all could do with him.
Kobe's just incredible, but I think the team with Yao, with Yao Ming,
Like that was I just never seen nothing like it. Like that guy is different. Playing with him was so easy to win.
And this is like Yao.
So easy to win.
People forget. Like Yao Ming had a very short run, but when he was Yao Ming, that motherfucker was.
I've never
amazing.
played with anyone as dominant.
But what was Yao Ming like as a teammate?
Great teammate. All the teammates are different, but Yao was it was unique because he was such a star, and I thought I was gonna see something different. Like maybe Yao have the big boy Rolls Royce, you know what I mean? Like maybe security and all this other stuff, and maybe don't practice. Total opposite. Humble. Coach Rick Alderman would have to tell him stop running, because we would do these running drills after practice, and Yao would do every drill. Yao didn't sit out no drills, but that's not typical. You can ask anybody right now on teams when it's time to do suicides. People that's smaller than Yao. Yao ran every single suicide when he didn't have to, when he should not have been running.
Because he might have had a longer career.
And we needed him. We need his energy. But Yao's like, nah, if the bench player is going to do it, I'm going to do it. That's Yao Ming.
My first impression of Yao was, who the is this? Because he came in and I tried to hit him with a smooth finger roll move, blocked. Next play down, I tried to hit him with a fadeaway, blocked. Next time I tried to come up, dunk, blocked. First guy that blocked my shot 3 times in a row. So he's definitely the first guy I had to like change how I played against him. And he's also the first guy to get it, turn around, look me right in the face, and just shoot right over me. So that's what I first thought of when I first thought of Yao.
What was your most embarrassing moment on the court?
Oh, when Stephen Marbury crossed the mark and he fell.
I think that is, when you say that picture is the only picture I crossed over.
Remember when, everybody in here, remember when Yao Ming played his first game against Sean Bradley? You remember this? I know you remember this. And Sean Bradley was beastly, beat his shit up. I think he pushed him down one time. Look, no shit, don't look this up, real shit. Look, I think he pushed him down. I think Yao fell.
Bradley?
Listen, Sean Bradley, bro, they played a back-to-back game. I'll never forget this. The next, I was like, damn, he kind of beat. I said it, he beast. Damn, he beast, big fella. Damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lord, the very next night, matter of fact, at the end of that first game, I think it was in Dallas, Steve Francis went over and grabbed Yao's head, and they're like forehead to forehead, and you can see Steve Francis' hand, and he's animated. Man, I don't know what Jeff Van Gundy, I don't know what Steve Francis, I don't know what Cuttino Mobley, I don't know what they did to big fella, but the very next night, man, Yao Ming destroyed Sean Brown. I'm talking about banging him, bang, yeah, and one of him, yeah, and Yao Ming played like that forever.